What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to white people slang words ranked, and based off the thumbnail, I feel like this could be quite a funny video, I guess. I mean, the terms on the thumbnail made me laugh. I mean, the first one was, "You're on thin ice," or "You're on thin ice, pal," or "Newsflash, buddy." And I've never heard people say those terms, but in like person, but I've seen them sort of said in videos online, and it always just makes me laugh when I hear those types of phrases. I don't really know what, like, I feel like they're more like American, like white people American word or slang, because maybe people do say it here. I mean, I've definitely heard the sort of term newsflash, sort of to say like, oh, well, this is sort of been happening. It shouldn't really be a shock to you or whatever. I feel like I've heard Piers Morgan say it, really. "You're on thin ice, pal" was like, I guess, like the final straw kind of thing. But yeah, we're going to check this out. Hopefully going to enjoy it. I have actually really hurt my toe. So if I stump it or like move it and I sound like I'm in pain, I apologize, because it's really hurting my big toe. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't even happen and I'm just keeping it in the same place and I don't shriek in pain or whatever. But let's check this out and see some of these white people slang words ranked. And maybe I'll know some of these, maybe I won't. I mean, maybe I'll use some of these terms. I mean, I do fit into this video, so maybe I'm using a lot more of these words without really knowing. But yeah, let's check this out. Links also in the description to my Patreon, where you can see reactions that I can't post to YouTube. But let's just jump into this.
Ranking every white person's slang to exist. And today we're going to be ranking them from S to F tier. And there's no way you haven't heard these in your life. And me personally, growing up in a white household, it was just bound to happen. I'm bound to hear these Johns like every day. But yeah, let's get into the tier list. Shout out Ninye for the idea. And we'll start off with, get a load of this guy. You already know if someone says this to you, they're not with you, or whatever statement you're saying is a bunch of malarkey, or you're doing something that's like shocking or controversial in their eyes, so they'll just say it to make fun of you. It's not really a good roast, to be honest. You're just pointing out that someone's being stupid. So we're gonna have to give this one a D tier to start off. It just sounds like a cornball old man thing to say. Next up, we got, "You're on thin ice."
"You're on thin ice, pal." I feel like I've seen that in a video recently. It's of the old guy. "You're not that guy, pal." Trust me, you're not. I think he says that.
When someone says this to you, you know it's over, bro. You better pack your bags. Okay, no, but seriously, if you hear someone say, "You're on thin ice, buddy," or whatever, are you even gonna take them serious? I wouldn't, to be honest. Like, what do you want me to do? Do a cartoon gulp? Like, "Oh no, I'm on thin ice." Okay? We're not in a cartoon. It's like the last straw type of thing. They're kind of just saying that it's the last straw, alright, and you're done. But thin ice, C tier. It's not really that threatening. It just sounds goofy and corny. I don't know. Then we got newsflash, buddy. If you get hit with this, you already know you're about to be proven wrong. You are about to lose the argument. Someone pulls up with the, "Well, newsflash, buddy." No, you're done for. You might as well wrap up what you're about to say, because you're already about to be proven wrong. You're about to lose the argument. If you get hit with the newsflash, buddy, you just know that there's beef, that they took it personally. S tier. Next we got, "With you in what army?" Basically saying,
"With you in what army?" I don't think I've heard that one before.
Saying you're not strong enough to do something, or the task that you're about to do is difficult. If someone says "you in what army" to you, just cut them off, because they don't believe in you, unless the task is physically impossible. "Oh yeah, Dad, you know, I wanted to start a YouTube channel, you know, maybe make some bread. This could be my full-time job, Dad. Like, this would be awesome."
"Oh yeah? With you in what army?"
What do you, Dad, what? They'll say this stuff right in front of people, too. They'll straight up diss you to look funny in front of the whole table, in front of the whole family function. If Dad pulls out this one on you, you already know it's about to get disrespectful. S tier. Hold your horses.
Hold your horses, there we go. That's a classic.
Like, no one is stopping what they're doing to listen to you. Like, you'll just sound like an idiot if you're over there like, hey, hold your horses. Just say, "Wait a minute, bro." Like, no one is gonna take you seriously if you say this one. Like, I don't even know how this one came into existence. Are you just on a farm and then all the horses just ran loose? And then you had to tell the other farmer whose horses went loose to hold your horses? Like, I don't...
F tier? That's a classic, man. Look, I've never actually said it, but I mean, I hear people say it quite a lot.
No, F tier. Next up, we got, "No more Mr. Nice Guy." Are we serious? This is equivalent to saying, "The beast is coming inside me." Are we serious, dude? No more Mr. Nice Guy.
It's just the cringiest phrase you can use. But I don't feel like anyone says this phrase with the intentions of being serious. It will be like an intentional sort of thing to say as a joke. Like I don't feel like anyone says this in a serious way, although I'm probably wrong.
Guy, how can you even say this with a straight face? You are as soft as Drake if you're out here saying this. Like, at this point, I think this saying is just completely abolished from society. Like, who is unironically saying this? This one, it's just so laughable how trash it is. If you're, like, tormenting some dude or, like, annoying him, and he says, "No more Mr. Nice Guy," you're gonna continue to torment him. You know what? You're gonna torment him even more. You sound like you're going through your Joker arc, but in reality, you're really soft. G tier. That shit's not even on the tier list. Now, this next one is pretty similar to No More Mr. Nice Guy. We got, "Why I oughta." You're not in a cartoon. Old Man Jenkins will usually bust out this slang if someone steps on his property. If someone just, like, steps 1 inch on his property, he's gonna bring out this slang.
That's like a sort of phrase you'd hear in, like, I feel like Homer would say it in The Simpsons. That's just a sort of phrase that he would be saying in those sorts of shows.
Hey, get the fuck off my property, will you, two bums? Why I oughta?
And usually when he says, "Why I oughta," we gotta have the fist swing in the air. Just jittery fist in the air. Like, why wouldn't this wouldn't be iconic without that? This one is so funny, so B tier. "That's rich coming from you." When someone's
I'm sure loads of people say this. I'm sure this will be ranked higher.
being a hypocrite, people will bring out this saying right here. This one is a saying to look very sophisticated. People say this one to sound very sophisticated and high IQ, and they just really want to point out someone's hypocrisy so bad when it's really not that deep, to be honest.
Well, actually, this is very rich coming from you, the duck.
Like, honestly, when someone unironically says this, I just laugh. I mean, someone IRL, maybe, they have a point. They have a point. But if you're on the internet saying this one in a comment section, you barely know me. Why are you even saying this? Or you barely know any person on the internet. We're gonna give this one a C tier because some people...
C? I would have put that at least A tier, man. But hey, different parts of the world.
People on the internet just say this to sound smart. This is like their top ammunition in an argument. Next we got, "I'm just gonna sneak right past ya." Now, I saw this one on Instagram
I don't think I've seen this one before.
Reels.
I've
Have
heard
you
it.
not had a teacher say this to you? I just saw a picture of a teacher in a yearbook, and the face just screamed, "I'm just gonna sneak right past you." But you know what? Screw it. We'll give it an A tier.
Can't
Let's cut
relate.
to the chase. You already know they're on their shit if they're saying this one. They're
Let's cut to the chase. So let's cut to the chase, and that's rich coming from you. I feel like they're ones that I've actually said before, like a few times.
not trying to mess around, bro. They're locked in.
I don't know
Like, they're
when.
very efficient with their time, bro. Like, they're not trying to waste any time. So, you know what? We'll give it a B tier. "See you later, alligator." Please,
I say this as a joke, though. I don't say this seriously.
never say this. Please don't say this. Like, I don't think anyone says this one unironically anymore.
In a
like,
wild
what do you think,
crocodile.
you're about to be signed to a record label for rhyming? Like, later an alligator rhyme. Like, bro, get this man in the studio. Whoever made this, get bro in a studio. He just spit some bars. But seriously, who says this? F tier.
No, that's not F tier. You can say it unironically
What do you want people to say?
to, like, your girlfriend. That's who I'll say it to. I'm not gonna say it to my friends. I mean, that's not gonna happen. Steady on. Hold your horses.
Say like, "Oh wow, that was some crazy wordplay." Nobody is saying that, bro. Trust me. If you bring this one out, everyone's just gonna think you're a cornball. Next we got, "I don't give a rat's ass." All right, this one by far has got to be the most effective on this list. Rat's ass is crazy.
I mean, I've never said this. I've heard the phrase, but I've never said it. I feel like this one's a lot more American.
Because you know they don't care. You already know they don't give a singular
not care.
shit about what you said. This one's heat, bro. S tier.
S tier. This ranking is terrible.
Listen here, Buster / knock it off, Buster. If you call someone Buster, no one's gonna listen to you. You just sound like a nervous cornball.
Knock it off, Buster. Well.
People are just gonna laugh in your face with this one. This one is not effective at all. I'd suggest not going with this one if you're gonna try and get people to listen to you. Maybe "You're on thin ice, pal" would be more effective. But this one's going in F tier. But this one might take the cake as the most effective one. "I've had it up to here with you." Banger. Absolute banger. You even get the hand.
I'd never heard this one. Again, I feel like this probably is like the sort of thing you'd see in like a sitcom in the like a US sitcom, or like Modern Family. Like you'd see it in like one of the families in Modern Family would be saying it to their kid or something like that. But I've never heard it said to me.
In the slang, like, your hand movement is a
Maybe a teacher. Maybe.
part of the slang. How creative is that? That's just awesome. This one is just corny but funny at the same time. It's like ironically funny.
Yeah.
But, you already know someone is mad. All right, there's about to be some serious beef Bro's about to swing at you. It's about to turn into an MMA fight. It's probably over if you hear this one. S tier. Then we got you're a piece of work. I genuinely don't understand what this one means. But I remember being in 7th grade and my French teacher would always say to like students who weren't really pay attention or really get any answers right in French, he would be like, ay, 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 you're a piece of work. I almost laughed because it was so fun. I just didn't understand it. I guess, I don't know, it means like they're a project. It's gonna take them long work, hard work, and dedication to understand, well, French in that case. And they're starting to get frustrated by all the work that they're gonna have to put in. So, you know,
Isn't just hard work, it's just hard to deal with. I think that's what it means.
give it like a B tier. Next, we got play it by ear. My mom says this one all the time. I didn't even know. I thought
Never
it
heard
was play it by air, like my whole life. I thought my mom invented the slang play it by ear when I was like really young. And I just started saying it. And everyone's like, what the hell are you saying? And I didn't really know what it meant that whole time. But it's basically if you're making a plan, you improvise or change the plan based on the situation. Like if someone doesn't really know what time they want to go out, they'll say they'll play it by ear or something. This one just sounds weird. And it just doesn't really make sense.
Never
So
heard
D
it.
tier. Then we got I'm losing my marbles. You do not want to mess with the person that just said that they're losing their marbles. They're about to go insane. When someone says it like that, no one's really gonna take them seriously. They're just gonna sound like a cornball saying this one. This one's gonna have to unfortunately get an F tier. Like, tell me the last time you've seen somebody with a marble. Some people probably don't even know what that is. Okay, maybe you do, but like, who the hell genuinely has touched a marble in the last 5 years? Nobody. Unless you need them for like a math project or something in school. Let me be frank. Bro, just say, let me be honest. Where did Frank come from?
I've heard my grandparents would say that sort of stuff for sure. Like I can just remember them saying like "let me be frank" and stuff like that.
Like, I don't believe that this is
Or
genuinely
to be frank, or yeah, just using that sort of terminology.
a saying. Like, I don't know. I haven't heard anybody in my family say, oh, well, let me be frank. There's no way this genuinely counts as a saying. Like, you just replaced a word, and now you feel creative. Like, bro, what? I guess someone just wanted to feel like a special snowflake one day. They just really wanted to be the main character one day. So they said, you know what, guys? We should say, let me be frank. This is the most pointless one on the list, F tier. But instead, you know, to make it up, we got a classic. Barking up the wrong tree.
this has got to be top tier, man.
You already know. It's either A, you're just in the wrong lane in terms of like who you're asking, like you're asking the wrong person, or B, you're about to get the smoke. People use it in both ways. This one will give it like a solid A.
That's got to be S, man. Come on.
Be there or be square.
Again, this is another unironic one that you would say. I mean, I don't think I've really said this. I've probably said it like once or twice to my girlfriend as a joke. I'm not saying it to be serious. It's just a funny phrase to say.
Square. What does square mean? Like, what a shitty insult. I'm sorry. This has got to be the worst insult in the book. Just a square.
Is it an insult? I don't really think it's an insult. You're just saying that be there or be... I mean, I guess it is kind of an insult, but it's so uninsulting. It's just funny.
Square in general. But if you're not raving at the function, bro, if you're not there, you're a square, apparently. You are not cutting deep with the lingo square. No one is showing up to your party if you say be there or be square. G tier, this one's horrible.
Damn.
Let's blow this popsicle stand.
I never heard it.
I'm so confused. I'm sorry. I'm so confused about this one. If I heard this one, I would think someone is actually about to like blow something up. But apparently it means to like leave. To leave a function or to leave something because they're not rocking with it. But we're gonna have to give the second in a row G tier. Somebody get this person's crack, whoever
I'm
came
happy.
up with this. And then why are you
I'm happy that was G tier because I've never heard that one, so...
calling places popsicle stands? Next up, we got the gig is up. All right, this one's by far the funniest. If you're hearing people say this, they got some crazy detective work. Like, they're whipping around in the mystery van at this point.
Is that like saying, like, the acting's up, stop acting like that, or stop being like this? You can stop behaving like this now. Say like you've had family round and you've been showing off, and then your family's left, and then it's just the other guy you've been like showing off in front of him, or her, and she's like, or he's like, the gig is up. You can stop now. They're gone. That's kind of like saying that, right?
Because they know when the gig is up.
Freeze! The gig is up, pal. Knock it off.
What?
You're caught red-handed.
Huh?
The cat is out of the bag.
The fuck? Yeah, chances are you aren't really communicating your message effectively with this one, but it is funny as just hearing the gig is up. Like, you already know it's over. S tier.
Yeah.
This is the goofiest video.
This is funny, man. I enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this. No One Missed Nice Guy is the equivalent to You Don't Want to See My Dark Side. Alternative title, Drake's Dictionary. See you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. I said that, man. It's a classic. Hold your horses means be stable because stables hold horses. As a white person, I feel honoured to have the duck himself talk about white people's slang. You're on Thin Ice, pal is automatically F tier because of the word pal. I just love saying the word like the word pal unironically. It's just a funny word to use. No One Missed a Nice Guy. It has the same energy as I have God and anime on my side. As a black man, I say a lot of this, to be honest. If you're square, that means to not be around. It's a pun because the opposite of round is square. Right. Some of these slang words should have its existence revoked. Thin Ice is a good song from an amazing album by God Tiban. Newsflash, pal, is a black version of You Got Me Fucked Up. Oh, this was fun, man. I enjoyed this. But let me know some of these slang terms that you use or other slang terms that you use that weren't listed on here. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully you enjoyed. And until next time, like, subscribe, and peace.